Very good. So today, as you can clearly see from the title, we are going to cover how to build a taxi booking website in WordPress. And the best part is that we're only going to use free resources. So WordPress is completely free and the plugin for the booking system is also free. And if you follow the exact step highlighted in this video, in less than an hour, you'll end up with a beautiful website like this one, with a beautiful hero section like this one. And as you can see, I have book a ride straight up here. So this is a call to action button. Just underneath it, we have our booking system itself. As you can see with Google Maps, scroll down the page a little bit about the city, maybe the location that you cover, maybe type of airport, meet and greet, etc, etc. So again, you can click on any of those call to action buttons and this will bring you to our dedicated booking page. As you can see, 3 easy steps: enter your ride details, choose a vehicle, and finally place your order. So let's do that together. Let's select a date, so perhaps the 30th, and at 10:30 a.m. let's select a location, so maybe from O'Connell Street, and let's go to Ashtown perhaps. Very good. So is this going to be a one-way or return? So let's select one way. And do you want some waiting time, perhaps an hour, 2 hours or so? We'll leave it as is for now. As you can see, the distance 9.9 kilometers, estimated 24 minutes. So let's look for a vehicle. So these are all the vehicles available for this type of ride. So let's select the first one here, Skoda Octavia. And then you can select among a few additional features and then book now. Simply enter your billing details, scroll down the page, enter your card details, and then place the order. All right, so let's get started with step number 1, hosting and domain name registration. Now, feel free to use any hosting provider that you want, but on the channel, personally, we like Hostinger because they're fast, reliable, and also super affordable. So they provided our audience with a discount code of up to 85% discount. So if you decide to use Hostinger, all you have to do is click on the very first link in the description below where it says Get Hosting Here. And this will bring you to this dedicated landing page that we have with Hostinger. And as you can see, by using the link, you can save up to 75% of your hosting plans. So as you can see, start at $2.99. You also get 3 months for free. And on top of that, I have a coupon code for you guys for an extra 10% discount at checkout. So you can claim the deal here. Click on this button. It's going to bring you here. And now you can choose among 3 different hosting plans. You have Premium, Business, and Cloud Startup. So apart from the price, what's the difference? Well, it's very simple. If you scroll down the page, as you can see, this one, you can host up to 25 websites, 50 websites, and 100 websites. And obviously, all the resources are increasing accordingly based on the amount of website you can host. So now, depending on your goals and objectives here, where you can select any of those, now you can always start with this one and move to the next one up when needed. Now, the good thing with hosting as well is that you get a lot of free stuff. Like, for instance, you get free domain names. So your first domain name is completely free. So this is valued at $9.99. Unlimited bandwidth as well, very unique, unlimited free SL certificate. So normally hosting providers will charge you at least $49 or $29 a year per website for every SSL certificate. Here is completely free, guys. Okay, so this is the beauty of Hostinger. A lot of free stuff and all of that at a very, very affordable price. And again, like I said, I have a coupon code for you as well. So let's say you wanted to go ahead with this one here. So from here, you have to select your billing cycle. As you can see, it's $2.99 instead of $11.99. So big savings indeed. Now I have a coupon code. Okay, so Mr. Web, all in capital letters, and then apply. And there you go. As you can see, this card is 75% plus 10% on top. And now it's $2.69 only per month instead of $2.99. So in total, if you were to go for a billing cycle of 48 months for 4 years, you can log that price in for 4 years. It will only cost you $129 and you save $432. Now, obviously, you can have a shorter period of time if you wanted to. It could be 24 months or perhaps 12 months. And if you select 12 months, it's only $43 US. As you can see, big saving of $96 in total. So that's really up to you, select any of those. And then after this, proceed to checkout. Very good. So once you've gone through the checkout process, you'll be redirected to this page. So this is a simplified onboarding process that will allow you to install WordPress in just a few clicks. So again, added value for any users. So here, basically select your language, enter an email address and password. So make sure to remember these because these are your admin dashboard credentials. Okay, so click next. Okay, so now choose how you'd like to build your website, create your website with AI or pre-built website and theme. So this is the one we're going to select. Okay, so click next. And for the theme, don't select any template here, just use a theme instead. And we're going to go with the very famous one, Astra. Okay, so click next. So here's a few options, deselect all for now. We don't need any of those for now, and then click next. And here you can register your domain name. So here simply type the domain name. So Mr. Web Taxi Booking, for instance. Very good. As you can see, it is free for the first year. So it's a .com as well, which is perfect. And if you decide to register this domain name, all you have to do is select it and click next. So once you've gone through the whole onboarding process, you'll be redirected to your WordPress dashboard, which should look something like this. So now click on dashboard here, and you should find something like this. So this is related to our Astra theme. As you can see, we need to install the starter templates as well. Now, Astra, they keep changing things around from time to time. So if you don't find it here, you can always go to Astra dashboard. You can go to starter templates, and as you can see, you can install it from here as well. So depending which type of screen you'll see as you install this website, select one or the other, okay? So here we're going to install and activate the starter templates. Very good, so this is done. And then from here, feel free to select any of those templates. So as you can see, some of them are premium, some are signature. So these you have to pay to get them, obviously, you know. All the others are free. So I don't think there's any need to pay for that, you know. You can use any of them or any of the free ones. And I'm going to show you in a moment how to customize them. So as you can see, some of them have a specific theme in mind, like this is for dental practice. This is a portfolio, digital agency, you have e-commerce, you know, but it doesn't matter really which one you choose. You can customize any of them exactly the way you want. So I'm just going to select one here at random, maybe this one here, okay? And if you're not too sure if it's the right one, simply click on it, and then you'll have a complete preview. So this is not too bad, actually. As you can see, there's a booking calendar here already. So we could replace that with our actual one. You have a few different images and so on and so on. So we're going to keep it simple, you know. This is suitable for us. And as you can see by the side, you can immediately upload your logo. If you have it at hand, you can upload it right here, and also change the font and the color palette. So as you can see, we are in the green colors here, which might not suit your type of business or your branding. Now you can change the colors here as well immediately from here. So maybe you prefer blue, you know, maybe you prefer red or whatever color, you know. So I'm going to go with blue maybe as an example. And then you can change the font as well, because obviously the font is going to give a different vibe to your website, you know. So let's try this one here instead. Let's try this. I don't know. I'm going to try a few here. I think this one is not too bad, actually, you know. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, so we can continue. So here they're going to try to push a few different plugins from the same company. You can skip this step altogether. And right here, if you agree to share sensitive data, that's up to you, you know, you can have it on or off. And then I understand, and then build my website. Okay, so let's have a look at our website in the front end. So hover on the title here, visit site, open in a new tab. And there you go. So everything has been imported properly. So clearly we're going to replace this with our own booking system. And then a few different sections here that we are going to customize together. And then on top, we have the contact page as well with the contact form. As you can see, very clean layout, absolutely professional looking, and this is exactly what we need for this project. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard now, and we're going to install our main plugin, which is the taxi booking one. Okay, so we go to plugins, add new plugin, and right here, simply type taxi, and it should normally be the first one here. So basically, it's taxi booking manager for WooCommerce, WordPress plugin, eCab from Mage People team. So make sure this is the one, okay? And then install now, and then activate. Now for this plugin to work, we need to install WooCommerce as well. As you can see, it's asking us to install it. So install and activate now. So let's move on to the next step. And then as you can see here, it's asking us transportation label and transportation slug. So I'm just going to call it taxi booking here, okay? So taxi and then booking, and here we need the slug, so it should be normally the same but all in lower cases with the hyphen. Taxi booking. Okay, so next, and now finalize setup, so finish and save. And now straight up from here, as you can see, with a big red message here, you need to connect your map API settings. So we need to use Google Maps API here and create one and insert it in the plugin for it to work, because obviously we need the maps to know the distances and all that. Okay, so click on this button here. It's going to go into a new page. And as you can see, this is the different settings that we have. You go to Google Map API settings, and we have to enter the Google Map API key right here. Now, to create a Google Map API key, we have this link here, as you can see in red. Click here to get Google API key. Okay, so click on this. It will open up in a new tab, and it will bring you to the Cloud Developer Platform. Scroll down the page, and then click on this here. Go to Credentials page. Obviously, we have a few different projects in place here already, but you shouldn't have nothing normally if it's your first time using Google Cloud Platform. And all you have to do is create a new project, give it a name. So I'm just going to call this taxi booking Mr. Web. Okay, and then create. And this is your API key. So copy this and then paste it in your backend. So it's right here, this one there. Okay, so Control V. Now save those changes. Okay, now let's go back to our Google Maps platform right here and click on this button. Go to Google Maps platform. And now it's going to ask us to restrict the key. So what we're going to do here is to click maybe later, because I'm going to show you a way of doing it that's much more efficient. Okay, so now we go to keys and credentials. Very good. And right here, this is our API key. So click on those three dots, edit API key. And right here, we're going to restrict it, but from here, okay? So we're going to restrict it to websites. And here, we're going to add our website. So add a one, okay? So make sure you have your domain name at hand, okay? So I'm just going to copy this here. And right here, as you can see, you should normally type something similar to this. So star.yourdomainname.com/star. So there's two domain names to add. So one is exactly like this, okay? And then /star, okay? So this is the first one. And then add another one is just star, and then yourdomainname.com, and then /star, and then done. They should look exactly like this. Now, if you have this in place, it will work each and every time. Scroll down the page and then save. So that's us done with the API key. So we can go back to our website. We go back to Google Map API settings. And the country location, we should normally have our own location. So for us, we're based in Ireland. So I'm going to select Ireland as an example here, okay? So we have it there, perfect. And then you can select your exact latitude and longitude as well. So for this, click on this tool, and then you type a place name. So I'm just going to put Dublin, O'Connell Street as an example, okay? So let's look for this. So latitude is 43.3, something like this. Okay, so copy this. So this is latitude here, Control V. And this one here, let's close that, is longitude, Control C, and then Control V. Save changes. Very good. So now we're up and running with Google Maps. Very good. So what we need to do now is to create the booking page just to make sure everything is working fine. So we go to Pages, All Pages. Open in a new tab. So as always, I would highly recommend you have multiple tabs opened at once. So add new page, and we can call this one booking page, okay? And here we're going to insert a short code. So look for short code. Very good. And now we need to fetch the short code. So we go back to the dashboard once more. And then from here, we go to guideline. And I'm going to fetch the short code here. So you can copy this and go back to your page and then paste it. Control V, so publish. Okay, you can close this, and now we'll have a quick preview. So open in a new tab, and there you go. As you can see, everything is working fine. So our booking system and Google Maps are working. So let's see if we can select date, time. Yes, we can pick up a location. So let's say maybe Camden Street. There you go. And then I'm going to go maybe to Drumcondra. There you go. So this is working, guys. Okay, so perfect. So now let's take care of our main settings and create the main structure of our website. So we go back to the dashboard. We go back to our main plugin here. So this is transportation. So right here, we go to global settings. So in the global settings here, select kilometer or miles, depending where you're based. So I'm just going to use kilometers here because that's what we use in Ireland. And then you go to transportation settings. So right here on top, as you can see, enable, disable taxi return. So that's really up to you. So if you go back on your page, as you can see, one way or return. If you disable that, it's only one way. So depending on how you run your business, select one or the other, and then you have to enable it or disable it here. And then the same for the waiting time. You can enable it or disable it. So if you go to the airport and maybe meet and greet and you want to wait there for 2 hours or something like this, you can offer that service as well. Now the payment system, as you can see, you have pay on site and WooCommerce payment. So if you untick this one, it's only online payment. So they have to be, every booking has to be prepaid. Now if you accept pay on site, that means they can book online, but you don't get paid immediately. They only pay you when they meet you and when you go and meet them wherever, when you go and pick them up, okay? So that's really up to you, or just pay on service altogether, in which case you don't take any online payments. So that's really up to you, okay? So in our case, we're going to enable both of them. I'm going to show you how to set this up. So pay on service booked status, completed or pending. So normally it should be completed. And everything else here, literally underneath, is pretty self-explanatory. So I'll let you go through these options yourself. Then we have the style settings. So if you go back here, as you can see, we have mostly a fuchsia, purple color here. But if you go back to our homepage, you can see we had the blue color here. So what we can do is basically fetch this exact color here and then change this in the backend. So if you want to find out which color that is, you can right click on it, inspect in Google Chrome. And as you can see by the side, you have the color, click on it, and you can fetch the code here, the hexadecimal code, okay? So once you have this, we go back here and we can change the color, you know? So put the code here, there you go, and now it should all be blue. And then you have everything with your text color, the size and all that, a warning color, a message color, and so on and so on. So everything else should be pretty self-explanatory. Feel free to customize this as you see fit. So we go back here, now as you can see, it was fuchsia or purple or pink, I don't know which color that is exactly. And as you can see, it's all blue and in line with our branding. And even in the backend, as you can see, the color is changed to blue, so it matches our branding completely, front end and back end. So from here now we go to our locations first. So depending on the type of business that you have, obviously if you have multiple locations, you might want to add them here. So as you can see, you have 4 of them here. So in our case, we're based in Dublin, but we could be in Cork as well, maybe in Sligo, Galway, or different places like this, you know. And then after this, all you have to do is add them. So if I wanted to add maybe here, let's say Galway, as an example, just type the name, add new location, and there you go, okay? So I could add Cork maybe, okay? Add new location, and then maybe Dublin as well. Just like that, add new location. Now, if you have only one location, like for instance, for us, we would be based in Dublin only, that's the only city that you serve, you can delete the others, no problem whatsoever. You know, all you have to do is select this, bulk action, delete, and then apply, and off you go. This is your only location in the country, okay? So this is step number 1, is to add your locations. And then after this, we have the extra services as well. So right here, you can see this is predefined. Now you can create as many classes as you want. You know, it could be anything depending on the type of business that you have, obviously. So if you click on this, you will see you have a few different options here, like child seat, flowers, welcome drink, airport assistance, bodyguard, you know. So maybe you have meet and greet or something like this. You want to add this here. And then how much do you charge for this? How much extra money will you charge for this, for the service? And all these extras will be added in the checkout process at checkout, obviously, you know. Okay, quick note, you won't take the and sign. You have to write it all in letters, so meet and greet, and then it'll be fine, okay? So from here now we go to service status. So as you can see, you have 4 different steps here. So received, processing, declined, or completed. So that's really up to you how you want to organize this. But I would highly recommend you keep them like this, because this is the same process, the same steps as with WooCommerce. When you receive an order, it's easier to match them up, okay? So next we have to configure WooCommerce. So we go to WooCommerce here, you go to your settings, and let's take care of this, okay? So step by step. So as you can see in the general tab, you're going to enter your address, city, and the country. So let's fill this out quickly, or perhaps something like this. And then we have the selling locations. So do you sell to all countries except for, or to a specific country? So technically speaking, here it should be the only country where you are operating with this, you know. So I'm going to select Ireland here. So shipping location doesn't apply to us, so we can disable shipping altogether. and default customer location should be our same location as us. So I'm going to keep shop, country, and region. So do you want to enable taxes? If you are VAT registered or something similar, enable this. And you want to enable coupon code. It's a very nice marketing trick to get people in. Maybe you want to leave it on. Keep it on then, okay? So right here is everything related to your currency. So in our case, it's going to be euros. And the currency position is the same as in dollars, okay? So save changes. Excellent. So now we go to taxes. So if you tick that box with the taxes, you'll have to go here next. So let's configure that together. So first, will you enter the price inclusive or exclusive of tax? Well, normally this is end user, so it should be inclusive of tax, okay? And then do you want the rounding feature? Maybe not. And then we're going to have here display prices in the shop, including taxes, and the same here, including taxes. Okay, so we can save this for now. Perfect. And we're going to set our tax rate. So I'm going to insert the row now and give it a name. So for us, it's going to be Ireland. Tax rate is 23% in Ireland. And I'm going to put here VAT at 23%. Okay. And then save changes. And that's us done for the taxes. And now the most important part is to set up our payment. So right here we have a few default payment gateways available. As you can see, this is the default one with Woo. So accept payment with Woo. So this is basically backed up by Stripe themselves. So you can use this if you wanted to. Then you have PayPal payment as well. And I'm going to show you how you can install literally any payment method that you can think of. So let's say if you wanted Google Pay or maybe, I don't know, let's say Authorize.net or any of them, Amazon Pay or whatever really, you know. All you have to do is to go into the plugin section. So again, we go back here to the dashboard. We go to plugins, okay, and then add plugin. And all you have to do is to type WooCommerce followed by the payment method that you want. So let's say WooCommerce and then Stripe, okay? Very good. And now you can select any of those. So if you scroll down the page, from experience, we know that this one is one of the best. We always use that one. So what you have to do basically is to click install and then activate it. There you go. As you can see, payment plugins by Stripe for WooCommerce. So this is installed. So if you go back here to your WooCommerce dashboard and refresh, normally it should show up here. As you can see, you have a few additional options now that you can enable. So I'm going to activate the main one, which is this one here, credit card Stripe payment plugins. Okay, so manage. And all you have to do now is to basically link your account. Okay, so you go back to API and then click to connect and link your account here. So you'll be able to take payments. Okay, so click to connect and then select your business name, connect. Very good. And now we'll be redirected to WooCommerce again. And obviously, it's the exact same steps with any payment method that you will install. You have to obviously log into your account and it will be linked. Very good. So as you can see, it fetched the publishable key and the secret key. So we are now linked to our actual Stripe account. And now we can set this to live or test. So for the time being, I'm going to leave it on test so we can run a test and make sure everything is working fine. And at the end, once you're happy enough with everything working fine, you can come back here and then set it to live. Okay, so now we have the payment method in place. So I'll go back on top here and we have emails. And if you scroll down the page, you can set the color here. As you can see, you have the accent color, you have heading and all that. And here we're just going to change the accent color with our own color, which was the blue. Okay, and then scroll down the page and then save changes. So that's mainly it. So we're done now with setting up WooCommerce. So let's move on to the next step, which is to finally go to transportation and add all our different vehicles. So you can see this is demo content, obviously. So you have to delete this first and create your own. But just to show you the ropes here, how it works, it's actually very simple, you know. So let's create one together. So I'm going to add new transportation here. So we need the title. So I looked it up online, typical taxi car, you know. So in Ireland, it would be Skoda Octavia is the most popular one. And even in the UK, apparently number one is Skoda Octavia. So let's go ahead with this, okay? So Skoda Octavia. So immediately you can add the image here. So set transportation featured image. So select file. So I found one online here. So open and then insert. Very good. So this is with an Irish wedge and all. And then maximum passenger. So here normally we have maybe one at the front, three at the back, so maybe 4 passengers, okay? Maximum bags, maybe 4 as well. A big boot, I suppose, here. And then here underneath, that's really up to you if you want to add the feature names. So maybe you have the model of the car, the engine size, the fuel type. I don't think people care about this. So for me, I would disable it all together. And then we're going to set the date. So when is this vehicle available? So date type, as you can see, I have repeated or particular. So normally it should be repeated because every day you have the same shift, unless it's particular, in which case you can add specific dates at which you are working. So in this case, I'm going to set it to repeated here, which is the most common option. And then repeated start date. So we're going to select today, okay? So let's say the 1st, and then repeat it after, well, after 1 day. Obviously, every day is going to be the same type of shifts, okay? And then maximum advance day booking, 60 days, I suppose, probably less than this. I would go maybe 10 days, you know, maybe have 10-day calendar days, maybe 15, let's say, okay, all together. And then here, make transport available for 24 hours. Now, that's really up to you. If you have a fleet of taxi drivers available 24/7, you can enable this. Otherwise, disable it, okay? Again, this is really up to you. And here you have your operating hours, okay? So as you can see, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then here you can select exactly what are the operating and working hours, okay? So this is pretty self-explanatory so far. And then here, do you have any days off for this vehicle? So maybe this driver specifically here doesn't work on Wednesdays and maybe Sundays or whichever, you know. So again, feel free to check any of those days. And off dates is when you're on holiday. Maybe this driver is not working the 1st of June until the 12th of June. He's away on holiday. Then you can add those dates, obviously, you know. And then after this, you go to pricing. So I need to set the price. So you have the initial price, minimum price, return minimum price, return discount. So I'm going to set a price here of minimum price of maybe $12.50 minimum charge. And then by kilometers, maybe 150 altogether. And by the hour, it would be maybe 20. Okay, something like this. And then here we have manual price settings as well. So if you have multiple locations and your driver has to move from one location to the other, you can charge extra money as well. So in our case, obviously, we only have Dublin. But if you had to go from Dublin to another place, for instance, you could charge maybe 50 euros or something like this on top to cover the cost of transit, obviously, you know. So I'm just going to remove this for now because we don't need it. And then we have the extra services. So remember, we create them together. We had the predefined extra features here: meet and greet, bodyguard, welcome drink, flowers, and so on. Now, if you want to keep them, feel free to add them here. Maybe you want to customize them per vehicle as well, in which case you can add them manually or just basically disable them all together. That's, again, really up to you and based on your business model, you know. So here, just to make life easier, I'm going to select the predefined extra services. And finally, if you are registered for taxes, remember we had all these taxes set up in WooCommerce. And then we're going to set this to taxable. And the tax class should be the standard rate, which was 23% for us. After this, that's basically it. Your vehicle is ready to go. So update. And now let's put this to the test. Okay, we go to our booking page. So let's refresh just to be sure. So here we're going to select a date. So maybe on the 30th, maybe let's say at 9:30 a.m. Location, let's say from O'Connell Street. And we're going to go maybe to Ashton, Dublin 15. Very good. This is going to be one way and no waiting time. So it's about 10 kilometers here. Okay, so about 24 minutes drive. And there you go. As you can see, we have the Skoda Octavia here showing up on top. 2880 for this vehicle. And then the others are different pricing, obviously, you know. But this is the one that matters here because this is the one we created. Okay, so we're going to select the car. Very good. And now we can select our different options here. So extra features. So if you want a child seat and so on and so on. So if you wanted meet and greet, you can simply add it here and then book now. As you can see, it's super easy to use, guys, you know. And now all we have to do is basically enter our details and then proceed to checkout. So let's do that together. So I'm going to fill out the details here. So there you go. So that's done now. And now to run a test, you can use those numbers here. 424242424242 everywhere. Any expiry date in the future and any 3-digit code here. And that's basically it. Okay, so now we can place the order. And there you go. So this is our order confirmation, order number 1033, Skoda Octavia from O'Connor Street to Ashton, and the date on May the 30th at 9:30. And that's basically it. So the order has been placed. And now if you go to your backend and go to the dashboard, you will see that now next to WooCommerce, we have a number 1 next to the order. So that means that the order is coming in and it's currently processing, and now you can process the order accordingly. So here you can see I have transaction number here. So that's been paid online. So you don't have to worry about the money anymore. That's the confirmation here that the payment's gone through. And this is all your details. So as you can see, John Doe, this is the invoicing details. And this is the details of the pickup location, drop-off location. And once you're done and you've done this, you can go here and mark this as completed and then update the order. And that's basically it, guys. This is how you receive your orders and process them. So now that we know that this is working, we can go back to WooCommerce. We go to our settings. We go to payment. And remember, we had it set as test at the moment, so we can change this. So we go back to API, and here we're going to set this to live. Okay, so this is very important. Don't forget to do this. And if you go to the front end, as you can see, this page is in coming soon mode. We want to disable that as well. So click on this button here on top, and we're going to put this on live mode and then save changes. Okay, so we're ready now to design the front end now. Okay, so this is what the front end looks like at the moment. So clearly we need to add our logo here. We might keep our phone number, no problem. And then you have book an appointment here. We have to insert our booking system right there. And then book an appointment. Instead of this, we're going to book a ride and go link that to our booking page. And then same with this one. Okay, so let's go ahead with this. So as always, we go back to the WordPress dashboard. We go to pages, all pages. And as always, I like to open that in multiple tabs. And let's locate the home page, which is this one. So simply click on it. Excellent. So first, let's take care of our hero section. So clearly, this is the most important section on your website. So that image here in the background is not suitable for us. We're going to click on the main section here. Just click on it anywhere, okay? And if you go to style, you'll find that image here. So I'm going to change that first, okay? So I'm going to delete this one and then change image. Found one here of Dublin city center, okay? So select. Very good. And as you can see, it will display immediately centered, both axes. And now we can change this the way we want to display it. As you can see, I could display it more this way, maybe more that way, okay? So I think it would look good probably right there, just to show the city center, just like this, you know. Now you have the keys here. This is a nice image. And obviously there's not enough contrast now between our text in the background, but don't worry, because we can add a gradient overlay. So you have the overlay type here. So select the small brush and now select your color. So I'm going to go with a color black, okay? And then you have the opacity. So 1 is fully opaque and 0 is fully clear. So a happy medium, you know, something in between, maybe just about there. As you can see now, it's easy to read the text and we can still see the background, okay? So now we have to change the content of our text here. Just simply click on it like this, you know, highlight it and then start typing away. So perhaps something like this, you know, taxi service Dublin and surrounding areas and 24/7 booking service. So we didn't know exactly what to expect. Now, if you wanted to make this a little bit smaller, you can highlight it, you know, you go to style. As you can see, you have your title here, and then you can change the typography. So here, this is where you're going to change the font size. You can make it smaller if you want to, you know. That's really up to you, depending on how much text you want to fit in. So maybe just about there. And once you're happy enough, don't forget to save from time to time as well, you know. Okay, so now we have our button here, book an appointment. So you might want to change this to book a ride, but there's a slight issue with this one. As you can see, this one is a booking button. So if you expand here, you will never find an actual link. This is a link to their own booking system, which we don't need. Okay, so what we're going to do basically is delete this, okay, delete it all together. And now we're going to add a button underneath this. So click on the plus sign and look for the more conventional button and then drag and drop. Okay, and now we can change the text, book a ride, okay. Very good, and now we can link this to our actual page. So for this, click on the link here. And now we're going to enter the URL. So where can you fetch the URL? We go back to our dashboard, go back to all the pages, and then I'm going to find our booking page. So where was it? Booking page is this one here. So if you hover on top of view here and right click and then copy link address, now we can paste it here, okay? Just like that, and then enter. And there you go. Now we have our booking button in place. And now what we're going to do is basically duplicate this and insert it here underneath all these ones. So we don't need the book an appointment, don't need all of them, because we're going to link that to our actual booking system. Okay, so what you can do is basically go back to the top. And as you can see, this is a button here. So if you click on those 3 lines here, you'll see this is a button section. Okay, now click on those 3 dots and we're going to duplicate it. Okay, as you can see, that has been duplicated. Now if you go to the bottom here and then click on this button here, it will expand, and now you can drag and drop this one here underneath. Okay, so just underneath this, there you go, just like that. And now we can delete our book an appointment button. Okay, so delete this one, and then we can do the same with all the others. There you go. So I've done that all over the page now. So I have this in the footer section here and all these different areas, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, and also obviously in our hero section. Very good. So don't forget to save again from time to time. So let's go back to the home page and refresh just to see those changes. Okay, that looks good. Very good. And we have all these buttons, so we can try them maybe, make sure they're working fine. So this is perfect. Let's go back here. This one is working as well. And then obviously here we have a booking system, which is not the one that we need. So we're going to replace this now. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's scroll down. If you click on this section, as you can see, this is a booking form. We're going to delete this. Okay, so click on those 3 dots and then delete. Very good. Click on the plus sign and look for shortcode. Okay, and now we're going to insert our shortcode. So again, we go back to the WordPress dashboard, we go to transportation, we go to guideline and fetch this here. So copy, go back here. Which one was it? This one. Okay, Control V, perfect. And then save. Now let's go and see what it looks like. So let's refresh. Okay, so this is a bit too squeezed up, you know. So what we can do is basically remove this and let it display at full width, you know, it's probably better. So we go back here. So now what I would do is click on those 3 bars here and let's try to locate our container. So if you hover on top, as you can see, this is the one. We're just going to delete this all together, guys. Okay, so click on this, delete. Very good. And now we need to make this one full width, obviously, you know. So as you can see, this is our shortcode inside. And by the side, you have all the styling features here. So if you go to general, as you can see, the custom width, it says 100. Make sure you select % here, okay? And then save. So let's put this to the test and refresh. Okay, that looks good. Very good. So anyone landing here, they'll have no doubt whatsoever what it is that you do. You know, your taxi service Dublin and surrounding areas. Scroll down. And boom, straight up from here, you can book your ride. And that's basically it. You know, after this, you can go back to your home page, close this, and customize everything else underneath. You can change those images here, change the content, and basically design this exactly the way you want. And the same here. So let me do that quickly. Okay, so perhaps something like this. So we have maybe Dublin city center, unique architecture, maybe luxury vehicles, stunning sceneries, and also discover Ireland, and could have the Cliffs of Moher or something like this, you know. And then after this, click save, go back to the home page and refresh. And let's scroll down. So we have the hero section, that's done. Booking system, perfect. We have everything related to our taxi booking system in the city that we are based, and maybe surroundings as well. So now we're going to change the logo here, take care of our menu section. But first, we need to customize our contact page as well. Okay, so let's do that first. So we go back to the WordPress dashboard, pages, all pages. Let's edit our contact page. So this is the one. So right click, open in a new tab. Again, open different tabs because we're going to need another tool again in a moment. So right there, as you can see, we have the drop us a line. So this is the contact form. So this is why we need multiple tabs. We have to configure this as well. So right here, contact, boost health with functional nutrition. So you have to customize this, obviously, put our own phone number, email address, and so on. So just to change the content here, all you have to do again, just highlight the content and just type away hello at mrweb.tv. Okay. And right there, you can change the phone number. So here it could be 01 in Dublin, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then your address here. So perhaps 77 Lower Camden Street, Dublin 2. Okay, just like that. And now we have our contact form here. So for this, you can save your page. For now, we go back here, and right there, we're going to go to share forms. Okay, so I'm going to click on forms. And right there, as you can see, contact form number 959. If you go back here, as you can see, it's 959 as well. And this is what's displaying here. And now you can customize this as you see fit, So you go back there, click on this. And now we can customize its content. So this is basically a simple drag and drop feature as well. So if you click on this, this is, as you can see, a text field. This is an email field. This is a message field. So this is pretty self-explanatory. If you wanted to add more, you have a text, email, URL, multiple choice, and so on and so on. So simple drag and drop feature. So again, here we have a button that's a book an appointment. So let's just change the content here. So maybe just submit. Okay, let's keep it simple. And now we want to make sure that this is going to reach us. So we go to general and we need to fill out all these details here. So first is the form confirmation. So this is the message they will see once they click submit. So you can customize this again. Email notification, going to be sent to whom. So click on this. And as you can see, you have the details you need to fill out. So send email to, so you can fetch the admin email, which will be coming from here. So if you go to your WordPress dashboard, then you go to settings here. If you scroll down, as you can see, admin email, hello@mrweb.tv. It will be sent to that email address. Now, if you want to send this to another email address, otherwise just type it here. And this is the content of your email. So all the data will be added here. We have the compliance. So if you're based in Europe, you might want to enable this as well. And that's basically it. Okay. And now our form is ready. So save. Okay. So let's go back to the home, to the contact page and refresh. And there you go. As you can see now a submit button. So you can put this to the test. So I'm just going to say that my name is John Doe. Okay. So john.doe@gmail.com. And this is my message, and then submit. And there you go. Thank you. So this has been sent. And then there's obviously one more thing to change is this. I forgot now. So I'm going to change this to something else. So maybe it's your favorite taxi booking company. Save and then refresh. Perfect. So that's done now. So the only thing left now is our logo, the menu section, maybe the call to action here, and the footer section. So again, back to the WordPress dashboard. Okay, so let's take care of the logo first. We go to appearance, we go to customize. So again, you might want to open this in a new tab. Very good. So right there on top, you have the logo. If you hover, you have small pencil, you can click on that. And right there, you can change the logo. Either remove and then select a new logo. So I'm going to upload a file and then select file. And then I have a blue version here of my logo. Okay, so open and then select. Okay, you can skip cropping here altogether. Very good. And now you can change the size if you wanted to make it a little bit bigger. You don't want your logo to be too big though. Maybe a happy medium, just like this. So right there, we have the menu section. If you click on this, as you can see, it's going to fetch the menu directly from the backend. We are going to redesign this in a minute. And then you have a call to action button. So this could be your phone number. This could be an email link or a link to the contact page, whichever you want, I think the phone number is not bad because people should be able to contact you even via phone, I would leave it as is. Now, if you wanted to change this to, again, book a ride, you can do so. But look, it's everywhere on our page already. We have 5 different buttons already on the page. I don't think there's any need for this. So what I would do personally is keep it like this. So when they are on their mobile phones, they can simply tap this and ring you immediately. Okay. So that's just almost done for the menu section. Now what we need to do is just keep the home page and the contact page and maybe add the booking page as well. Okay, so we can close this and let's go back to the menu section. So appearance, we go to menus and make sure you select your main menu. As you can see, this is the footer. This is the primary menu that you want. Okay, select. Very good. And I'm going to delete a few pages. So I'm going to remove about and services unless you want to keep them, obviously, so remove selected ones. So I'm just going to keep home and contact. And also we're going to have the booking page, which we're going to add. Very good. And we're going to move it up like this. Save menu. Okay, so let's go back here and let's see what it looks like. Perfect. Home, booking page, contact. Now, instead of booking page, we can rename it maybe to book a ride. Okay, save menu. Okay, refresh. Perfect. So this is the menu section taken care of. And now all we need is the footer section. So again, back to the WordPress dashboard. From here, again, go to Appearance, Customize. And make sure that you scroll down the page at the very bottom. So this is all the footer section here. So feel free to customize this as you want. Obviously, you know, if you click on this, again, you can change the logo, you can change the content. What I would personally do, myself, is I would get rid of it altogether because I don't see the point of a footer section here. All we need is just a copyright claim, maybe Visa, Amex, and all that at the bottom. So for me personally, what I would do is click on this and remove all the content. Now, if you wanted to keep maybe the social media icons, you can grab this and put it next to this. Okay, there you go, next to this one, or perhaps next to your copyright claim right here. Okay, that's fine as well. And then you can delete everything else. You know, I don't think we need any of those, to be honest. You know, let's keep it simple. There you go. And then now you can customize your social media icons here. And for this, all you have to do is expand, add the address, the URL here, you know. So I'm going to put hashtag just for now. And then you can do so with as many platforms that you have. After this, click Publish. Go back to the page, refresh. And there you go. Lovely footer section with all your social media icons. And there you go, guys. We are done.